Another one of the areas I want to talk about that you had discussed in our interview is in production print. I'd like to share something with you I think you might find very, very interesting. We've been doing a series of articles about dealers getting into production print going back about 5 or 6 years now. The most common response to how did you start the business in production print when they're having never sold it before? Hiring somebody from Xerox to be my SME.
Yeah.
In the dealer community in the United States, you have some very, very significant former employees. So you almost have, an access that you could possibly utilize. I hope that you take advantage of it because it is an opportunity, and I think it could work well for the both of you.
Yeah, and listen, it's rare, Frank, that I walk into a dealership of significance where I don't run into a former Xerox employee. It's very rare. And yes, you're right. Often they operated in some shape or form in their production environment. And listen, I mean, that's why we're excited about this. Where we've got, so I'm not sure if you saw this on social media, but we recently held a production summit at Gill Hatch, our Webster facility or campus. We had over 100 dealers send representatives to that event.
Really?
Big number. So tremendous turnout, lots of excitement about our technology, but also the technology that is about to be released over the next year or so, right? We made a big splash last year at Print United. We're going to make another big splash this year. So we got a lot of exciting stuff coming down the pipe in production. People are excited about it. I mean, production it's one thing is the hardware and the servicing of it and the speeds and feeds and functionality, which matter even more in that segment than other segments. But really, where we differentiate ourselves is really through our what we call our ecosystem. So our specialists, our support resources, all of our sales collaterals, everything we have to kind of go help the dealers go out there and sell at an application level, understand really what the client is looking to solve as a problem is really how we truly differentiate ourselves.
Well, hopefully in the survey, we'll get more of the dealers that have taken on Xerox. Rich Shobin has been great to work with because he's asked for our help to kind of really get dealers involved in terms of the survey, which we more than welcome. We had 41 last year, and we're trying to get 60 in this year.
That'd be great.
That is our goal, which will give you a pretty good reading as to how it's going. And that's the ideal thing in terms of, and also the makeup. And it is interesting to me because what we just recently discussed about dealers relying on somebody from Xerox to get them started in the business. This will be a good opportunity to assess. And there's if you're comfortable talking about it, the people at Toshiba are very excited about the opportunity of the relationship, particularly in production print. Have you had any kind of discussion about that, or?
Yeah, no, I have, and we've had the chance to spend some time with Larry and his team recently, and I think, listen, it kind of speaks to what I just said, right? I mean, there's something about the Xerox brand when it comes to production, and there's a reason why Toshiba is going to market with Xerox branded products in that space because of its brand recognition and being able to leverage everything that comes with it. And similarly, I would say there's probably very similar reasons why the inkjet product we have in the market that is built by Kyocera is also branded Xerox, right? Which even though it's the same product, we've opened up doors and opportunities and penetrated segments because of our brand and because of the ecosystem that I'm referencing around it that some of the OEMs weren't, right? So I think that really just speaks volumes about who we are as a company, how we position ourselves in the production graphic communication segment. And yeah, I mean, we're excited about it. They're excited about it as well. It's all about complementing the portfolio. You've heard me say this before. In a market where the print business is a secularly declining business. You have to win more share. You have to win, and the way you do that is by having better client intimacy. And part of having better client intimacy is to make sure you can serve your clients' needs to their best extent, which sometimes product portfolio or the availability of the product portfolio is important in that space as well. So we contribute to that, and we're excited about the partnership. And this is an interesting industry, Frank. Right? I mean, we all compete with each other, but we also do business with each other. Right? So I think that's something that's very unique about this industry, but it's also something I think is which makes us unique and brings something special to all of this.
Yeah, it's kind of an interesting approach. In our interview, you kind of closed with responding to a question: why should a dealer partner with Xerox?
Yeah, so I think it's a good question. I mean, we've done a lot of work around our value proposition over the last 10 years, and it's evolved greatly, Frank, because I say this often: we were the last kid of the dance when it came to dealers, right? I mean, our approach historically was to go to market directly. So when we launched our dealer program, obviously the way we went about it at first was different than where we are with it today, right? So where we are with it today is really, we believe we're the OEM who offers the most capabilities to dealers to help them grow their business through diversification, but also through better client intimacy. So whether it be having access to a full portfolio, which, we believe we have obviously the best in breed, but I guess every OEM would say they believe that. Obviously, we believe that not just the product, but also the supporting resources we have. We've recently onboarded companies like RJ Young, who had done no business with us, and several others. And they would all tell you that the Xerox training, sales resources, service resources are best in class. We have tremendous resources and capabilities to help and support our dealers to go to market and make the best of our products. But then you augment that with also everything else we're doing, which is very similar to what dealers are looking to do, which is how do we diversify our revenue streams? How do we help them go and capture digital transformation opportunities with clients, which we're packaging a lot of solutions in that space to help with workflow automation, whether it be accounts payable automation or leveraging AI and businesses. So these are things we're bundling for dealers to go out and sell. We also recently announced our managed IT as a service platform, which we're going to be also making available to our dealers. So really helping them, get what they need as they look into their own diversification growth strategy and be able to rely on Xerox to provide them with most of those, as well as the IP, the knowledge, the resources, and the people to go out there with them and support them in their efforts in doing so. So I think that's really how we look at ourselves as, hey, yes, we want to do more with you. We provide opportunities that most other OEMs don't right now, especially as we're shifting from a direct model to an indirect model. It provides opportunities for people to help us service some of our clients, helps people capture opportunities to go and sell on our behalf in specific areas where we're underpenetrated from a sales coverage perspective. And then you layer on everything I just said to you. We believe we have a tremendous value prop for our dealers.
Well, it's so great to see, because we've been advocating that dealers seek out the opportunity with production print for a long time. You don't want to talk about diversification. That's the world of print today, and where it's going. So I really can't thank you enough for joining us and sharing with us.
My pleasure.
And clarifying some of the things that you had said in our interview, which we enjoyed very much, and we would encourage our audience, please take a moment. The interview is posted on our website. You could find it. And if you have any question, don't hesitate to reach out. We'll tell you how to get it. And you'll have the whole story from Xerox. And we'll look forward to having some kind of follow-up discussion. What do you think, Karl? Maybe in about 6 months, we'll say, how are things going?
Let's do it.